Hayward!
Make yourself useful. I think Kristal's having some kind of heart attack.
It's easy. All right, right here. Come on down, baby. Open the dress.
Sit her up.
What's going on?
Let me take this. You okay? You okay? Take deep breaths. Let's get this out here.
Yeah.
Makes these things. Tad, tell me what happened.
I don't know. She just collapsed. Said she couldn't breathe and her heart was hurting.
What else is racing?
Well, is it a heart attack?
Somebody get my bag from the car. Consider it. Consider it. Take your time.
Here, lay down.
Listen, you hang in there, okay? Anything happens to you, you're gonna ruin the party.
All right, Tad, will you please back up so I can examine my date? All right, listen to me.
Babe.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Can you hear me? Do you feel any pain?
Yeah, my chest.
Where? On your chest. Okay, take deep.
I have never even seen Mama sick. She doesn't ever even get sniffles.
Maybe it's just indigestion from all the stuff she was wolfing down before the ceremony.
Tad, would you shut the hell up so I can examine her?
I wish I'd gone to med school so I could bark like that.
Here with you.
Okay, take a deep breath. It's okay. That's it. That's good. Just try to relax. Everything's gonna be fine. Okay. Kristal, what I want you to do is take this paper bag, place it over your nose and your mouth, okay? And I want you to breathe slow, deep breaths.
What's it for?
It'll increase her carbon dioxide levels.
That's it? Her life is on the line. You're gonna prescribe a paper bag?
Her life isn't on the line. So just relax, okay? Everything's gonna be fine in a few moments.
Dr. Hayward, what is wrong with her?
In layman's terms, your mother suffered from an anxiety attack.
Yeah, well, in layman's terms, I think we should have the hospital sign off on that.
Why? So some GP with half my education and none of my talent can run a battery test and come to the same diagnosis? Why don't you stick to what you know, Tad? Which, when you come to think of it, isn't much.
How are you feeling?
Better.
Did you hear that, Jer? Mama's feeling better. She's gonna be okay. Oh, gosh. Dr. Hayward, get over here. Oh, Mama is so lucky to have you as her date. I mean, look at you, good looking, and you saved the day with a paper bag.
Yeah, we should probably just be grateful he didn't turn into a zombie or dose her up with some love drug.
See y'all better?
Getting there. Hey, could you just give me a minute on my date, honey?
Yeah.
Love you, babe.
He pulls out anything looks like a needle, you scream. Hey.
Hey. I guess you can put this in the recycling. But, before you do that, I kind of need to, lay a truth on you.
I wish you wouldn't. The truth isn't exactly my friend.
Jack, just be patient. You're on the verge of getting everything you want. Just convince Babe that you have a future together, and Bess is yours.
Oh, JR, isn't it just great about Mama?
Oh, yes, it's the best.
So, what did you do to get Kristal hyperventilating?
Oh, I frequently have that effect on women.
It does seem a little odd on her daughter's wedding day. I mean, her daughter's finally married. She's set for life.
Well, Liza, I don't know what to tell you. I found Kristal in one of the tunnels. She was crying, and then she just collapsed and said she couldn't breathe.
Kristal was in one of the tunnels.
Yeah.
And she was crying. Sounds like there's a story there, Tad. But we may not know what it is until it's too late. Popular man. I waited until your fan club left.
I guess you missed the sign. Oh, of course you did, because you didn't come through the front door. No soliciting.
Oh, it's cute. You know, I would, if I had a pair of handcuffs, chain myself to that couch till you help me get rid of Crystal Carey. but I don't have any. So we have to borrow your pair. Because I'm not leaving until mission's accomplished. Come the way you look at Kristal. And I know how much she would love being with a world-renowned cardiac surgeon.
Excuse me, I'm bored now.
You're not listening to a word I'm saying.
I'm not listening to anything because I've heard it all before. It's become part of your mantra. First, you start by stating your goal, an unencumbered Tad. Then you try to convince me how wonderful my life would be if I lost myself in Kristal's lusciousness.
And why do I need to remind you that you hate Tad? And that you hate his father? And that you hate everyone in his immediate world? You probably lay awake at night trying to figure out ways to ruin his life. So why wouldn't you help me split up Tad and Kristal?
Liza, try to hear this. I will not be your aide-de-camp, or your handmaiden, or your nasty sidekick.
I'd give you a better title than that.
Trust this. You're not going to need me. Martin is going to screw this up all on his own. He always does. So why should I take the heat when the fates are going to work this out for me?
That's it. David Hayward, you have just given me the way to get rid of Kristal. This is perfect.
Whatever you're plotting between those scheming synapses of yours, you can just forget it. You want to break up Kristal and Tad, you're on your own.
You're going to give me my ammunition.
That's funny. No, I'm not.
That's a key. It's like a gift from God.
Would you just get out, please, before lightning strikes my cabin?
You know Babe's father.
No, I don't.
You know, it's amazing what you can find out when you do a genealogical search on the internet.
Really? How fascinating. So is that your new hobby?
I sent for Babe's birth certificate. Accessed a few sites and verified, et voila, Babe's father, Dr. Ronald Desmond Fitzgerald, graduate of Stanford Medical School.
Ron Fitzgerald? And Kristal? Ron is Babe Carey's father.
So you know him.
Yeah, I know him. We weren't close.
He wasn't a fun guy?
A little too much fun. And his own biggest fan. He was so arrogant. Thought he was the hottest thing since Jonas Salk.
So you two had a lot in common. Kidding. Have any idea where he went?
Last I heard, he was in Northern California, I think. He went into pediatrics.
Probably couldn't take the pressure of surgery, like you.
I have no idea why he chose that field.
Well, maybe you want to ask him?
You want me to call Ron?
Sure. Why not? Invite him for a little visit. A little mini reunion. You and Ronald and Chris.
Can't force someone to love you. You might as well try to teach a pig how to sing. In the end, it's a waste of your time
And
then
it
just...
annoys the pig. Honestly, for heaven's sakes, David, it doesn't have anything to do with Tad. It's to show Kristal for what she really is.
Didn't you just accuse me of being interested in Kristal?
Yeah, but you see the truth, and it doesn't make a difference to you.
Thanks, I think.
Look, I've always seen JR as my stepson. She has somehow maneuvered her gold-digging daughter into the Chandler family.
I don't know. That sounds more like Adam's problem than yours.
You want to let Adam handle it? Honestly, I'm not out for blood. I just want to expose Kristal and spare the rest of the town.
Oh, yes. The benevolent Liza Colby. But it's more of a Tad, don't you think?
I'm not going to let her and her daughter take advantage of anyone else. Everyone deserves to know the truth about Kristal Carey.
It's a very fine, blurred line that separates infatuation from obsession and sickness, Liza. Your focus on Kristal and Tad is becoming unhealthy.
It's like the pot calling the kettle black.
Hey, I've learned from my mistakes.
Oh, yeah, maybe this time. And look at you. Honestly, living out here in the middle of nowhere like some mad hermit.
It's not a cave.
It's the Frank Lloyd Wright equivalent. You make a lot of money, right? I mean, you can't afford a maid.
You leave that the hell alone.
That wasn't trash. Ew.
Well, I guess it is now. But for a few brief moments, this was almost a miracle. So, for those few brief moments, I thought it was possible. The DNA from this swab was going to prove that Bess was Bianca's baby.
Tad beat you to the punch. I mean, the results said the baby was Babe's and
Oh,
JR's.
believe me, it did cross my mind that Tad doctored those results.
Tad? Never. I mean, he's cursed by his own honesty. If you sensed anything fishy, check Kristal. She's the one who stood to gain by keeping that baby a Chandler.
Liza, you've got to let this go. Kristal is not responsible for the disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa, or the Lindbergh baby, or global warming. She wasn't on the grassy knoll, nor was she asleep at the wheel of the Titanic.
You know, you're hypnotized. Just like all the other men that Kristal is rubbed
You know
up
something?
against.
You're becoming more and more sick by the moment. You need a good therapist.
I thought you were smart.
I am smart. I'm smart enough to tell you to get the hell out of my cabin. Come on, now. Go. Arrivederci. Ciao.
Hello, Dr. Fitzgerald? This is Liza Colby. I own WRCW TV here in Pennsylvania. We have one of the highest rated medical talk shows here on the East Coast, and I was calling to ask you for your expertise. Pediatrics, children. Well, that's exactly why I want to fly you out here to discuss it. Well, our offices are in Pine Valley, outside Philadelphia. Yes. Interested? You wanted to see me?
Yeah, some Cambia suits and an SEC rep confronted Ryan about his drive-by marriage with Greenlee.
I heard. What happened?
Well, they threatened to investigate Ryan for making Cambius and its subsidiaries marital property.
Well, that's not good. Cambia stock took a hit with the Ryan Greenlee merger.
Well, the lawyers found zero proof that the marriage was a tactical maneuver. But I've made a corporate decision. These newlyweds can have Enchantment, Fusion, Cambius. But I'm taking back Chandler Enterprises. And you're gonna help me. Chandler from Ryan's corporate holdings by the end of this year.
6 months is an ambitious agenda.
Well, it can be done.
But why? I mean, Ryan has put you in charge of the company along with me. I mean, basically, you run this company as you see fit.
Basically, doesn't cut it. I want full ownership.
Ownership has its downside, JR. I mean, talk about hostile takeovers. I mean, you lose protection from the parent corporation.
I don't need Cambius's protection. I protect my own.
So where do I fit into this smash and grab of yours?
I want you to clear your desk, delegate all your hot projects. I want you working with me exclusively. We need to hammer out some strategy to reclaim Chandler Enterprises.
Ryan has put a tremendous amount of faith in you.
What are you saying? It's not justified?
I'm just saying that out of respect, you go to him, you tell him what you're after.
I like Ryan, okay? I respect him. But he needs to respect me. And I'll be damned if I go crawling to reclaim what is rightfully mine, especially when he's sharing it with Greenlee Smythe.
I'm just questioning.
It's not your job to question, Liza. Just do what I say.
And if I refuse?
I'll go to Tad, and I'll tell him you were the one that tried to tank my marriage. All to get rid of Kristal.
Tad already suspects.
But I'll give him proof. And the way that I'll put it, well, let's just say it won't be pretty.
You're blackmailing me?
I just need to know if you're on board with me.
I'm not motivated by threats.
How would you feel if Colby was threatened?
No, don't even go there.
I'm not saying I'm a threat to my little sister. Cambius is. As long as they hold on to Chandler, Colby's future's up for grabs.
How do you figure?
My father structured this company so it could be passed on to his children and his grandchildren. It's Colby's legacy. Bess's too. We have to go back in there and reclaim Chandler Enterprises for our children's sake. Before any little laveries come in and grab what is rightfully Colby and Bess's.
So what's the first order of business?
Are you saying that you're on board?
If you help me prevent a hostile takeover.
Kristal going after Tad? Well, I'll see what I can do to keep her off the playing field. Now I'm gonna go home and see my daughter.
And I'll lay the groundwork for a takeover.
Success.
Hello? Hi. Yes. Great. Oh, I really look forward to meeting you. I gotta call you back.
You listen up and you listen good, sister. You want to take me on, you go for it, but you go after my baby doll, and I will part your hair with a chainsaw. I know you've been sniffing around, trying to find out who Babe's daddy is. Well, he never was her father because he didn't want the job. She's never met him, and she doesn't have to. As far as I'm concerned, he was just a sperm donor. Now, she does not need to be rejected twice by that jerk, so you steer clear of him, and you would lay off Babe and me, or you're gonna be sorrier than you ever thought you could be.
Oh, really? What are you gonna do? You gonna call all the guys you've ever been with, have them come on over and beat me up? You know, honestly, I'm curious. Do you charge for your services, or does everything go for free?
Don't just stand there with a smile on your face. Call 911. Get somebody. Get a doctor.
I'm a doctor.
Would you look at her, please?
Oh, my God. It can't be him.
What do you mean it can't be him? You know this guy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's Babe's daddy.
Kristal? What are you doing here? What the hell's going on?
I live here. What's your excuse? This can't be good. So start talking now.
Just a second. Doc, why don't you have a look at your patient there?
Yeah,
huh?
what happened to her?
Liza got up too fast, and all the blood rushed to her claws and splat right out on her.
Liza, I'm Dr. Fitzgerald. Just relax, take it easy. I'm going to take your pulse. Could you gently elevate her head?
Sure. Is it true, what you said? Is he Babe's father?
Him and his bedside manner.
She seems fine.
Yep. That's what I thought.
You've kicked me to the curb 20 years ago.
I was engaged.
Yeah, you should have told me that before you got me pregnant.
Well, I had a career. I had a future to think about.
Oh, okay. And so me and my belly got in your way, huh? You are the sorriest excuse for a human being I've ever heard of.
You know, back off, Kristal. Okay? I mean, what do you think a doctor's baby was your ticket out of the gutter?
Take it easy there, Doc.
What did you trump up this whole deal just so you could get me back in your sights?
Hell no, I wouldn't come within 3 states of your pompous self. No, your patient there, she's the one that trumped up some kind of deal.
Oh, my head hurts. Would you help me up?
Yeah, by all means, get her on her feet. Make it easier for me to get my hands around her throat.
Do I have a concussion? I feel like I have a skull fracture.
Not yet.
You should be just fine.
Big Stanford diploma, and that's the best you can do, huh?
I think I need to go to an emergency room.
Or for what? To lipo the nastiness out of you?
If you take another step toward me, I'm gonna press charges. I need an ambulance.
You will when I'm done with you.
No, wait a minute. It's my turn. Liza, by any chance did you invite the good doctor to Pine Valley?
Dr. Fitzgerald? Oh, Liza Colby, I apologized for these horrible circumstances.
So you did it. You set this whole thing up.
I'm proud of it. Dr. Fitzgerald is renowned as a pediatric doctor.
He's also the unrenowned biological father of Babe.
Get out. Is that true? Imagine the odds.
Yeah, they're about 1, and I'm gonna kick your butt in the next week. No, I'm seriously.
Stop. Behave. Stop. Why? Why would you do something like that? So he could come to town and look at Colby's tonsils?
WRCW is doing a state-of-the-art series on pediatric medicine. Dr. Fitzgerald is an expert in his field.
Oh, I see. So this whole thing is for a TV show.
Yes. I swear, Tad, I didn't know that he knew Kristal.
Now, Liza, it's not nice to lie to your friends. Ron, it's been a while.
Dave Hayward. Ah, it's been years. You know, you missed the last reunion.
I'm not big on reunions.
Unless there's a punch bowl around his spike.
You know these people.
Yeah, I do. Unfortunately, a little too well. We've got Liza, the local sexually frustrated mogul / busybody. Tad, the village idiot. And Kristal. Well, apparently you know her better than all of us.
Unfortunately.
Last chance. You bring him here to cause trouble for Kristal?
I think I need to go to the emergency room, Ted.
Why? What's the matter, Liza? Did your scheme blow up in your face?
Don't touch me.
And I wouldn't let Ronnie touch you either. That man can't be trusted.
Oh, from a woman who's trying to shake me down for a 20-year-old mistake.
All I want is your rear on the next plane out of town. And don't you even think about going near Babe.
Babe? What kind of a name is that?
You're not even fit to say it.
You know what? I am sorry I ever heard of it.
Hayward, what do you know about this?
Why don't you ask Liza?
I warned you about digging him up from underneath that rock. You sent him all the way to Pine Valley just to give me grief? I'll show you grief.
No, stop!
I'll you
I'll sue you! You heard me! Yoo-hoo! What the heck is going on here? Are you okay?
Everything's just peachy. What a nice surprise. How's my little sweetie?
Everyone seems really stressed out. You're not sick again, are you?
No, of course not.
I'm the one that doesn't feel good. I mean, I'm the one that could have a concussion. I mean, does anybody take care of me?
That's exactly what I'm gonna do just as soon as we're finished here.
You know what? I think we are finished here, honey. Why don't we let these people have their meeting? Come on, let's go.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Where are my manners? I am Kristal's daughter, Babe Chandler. Who are you?
I'm Dr. Fitzgerald. Dr. Hayward's friend.
Oh, okay. Well, he needs all the friends that he can get.
Honey, why don't we take Bess and get some fresh air, all right? It's way too hot in here.
Hey, she does love the park. But first, I wanted to find JR because I got these new pictures of Bess. My little one, she already loves the camera already. Don't you, my peanut? Don't you, honey?
Here you go. Okay, I'll help you find JR.
Come on. You're gonna love the pictures, too. It was nice meeting you.
Likewise.
Ready?
All right, let's skedaddle before JR pops into another meeting.
Bye. You ready? Yes.
That was my daughter.
Yes, that was. And that was her daughter. Which I guess makes you a grandpappy.
Oh, this is too much.
Yeah. Look, why don't I take you out to lunch? I'll tell you all about your offspring.
Dr. Fitzgerald, we still have to talk about your appearance on the show.
Whatever you're trying to pull, I have a reputation to protect. Hayward, get me out of here.
Stupid pediatrician. I'm gonna have a doctor look at this.
Don't. Don't you try to walk away from this.
What?
You finally did it. You stepped way over the line.
Why don't we discuss this later when you're
No.
a little less tense?
No. You're not leaving until we thrash this out. Right now.
After Kristal knocked me on the head, I don't know how much more I can take.
Oh, rough day, huh? I understand. But it's okay. I got a feeling you're gonna be up for this.
What do you have in mind?
Matrimony. Wedded bliss, you and me.
Very funny.
No joke. Listen, I'm good friends with the Justice of the Peace over there in Elk Green. You say the word, we could have the I-do's done by dinner time.
You don't want that.
What I want doesn't seem to have anything to do with anything anymore, does it? But it's okay. You know, you think it's a waste of time? I'll I understand. I tell you what, why don't we just rip everything off the desk and we can get down to the real business at hand? What do you say, huh? Sounds good to me. Come on. What are you waiting for?
You want to have sex?
Don't you? Isn't that what you've been angling for all along?
What do you want?
What do I want? I want to get you off of Kristal's back. And if I have to put you on yours to get it, no problem. I'm willing. I just hope you're not playing hard to get.
Stop it. Stop it.
I'm sorry, Liza. The game's not working out the way you planned. Well, those are the breaks. You started this. You did. You set it in motion. And right now, I'm just wondering if you got the wherewithal to see it through.
You don't have to be so cruel.
I'm sorry. I don't see that I've got any choice. I mean, please, tell me some other way that I can get through to you. For God's sake, Liza, when did you start to hate me?
Hate you?
Yeah, hate me. How could you possibly set Kristal up like that? How could you do something like this unless you were trying to get back at me?
No, I'm not.
Well, then, what the hell is going on? I mean, it can't be jealousy. You know better than anybody in the world. I'm just not worth it.
Old habits die hard.
No, I mean, how many times have you and I tried, and tried, and it just, it doesn't work.
You and Colby are the only two people that mean anything to me. You want to know what I hate? I hate my life. I mean, I tried to fill it with my child and my career, and it works for other people. I don't know how it works for them, but it didn't work for me. I want a life that's full and alive. I mean, I deserve that, don't I?
Of course you do.
I want passion. I want passion in my life, and you know what? You give that to me.
Okay, so then what? Then to hell with anything or anybody that gets in your way?
I can't end up alone.
Liza, just because you want something or someone doesn't mean you can just mow down everything that ever gets in your way.
I will never accept you with white trash. Never.
Okay. If that's the way it is, then we're done. You don't want me with Kristal? You can't accept it? Well, if it's what I want, what makes you think that you would have a choice?
You deserve better.
Well, what if better is Kristal?
Kristal Carey.
Yes, Kristal Carey.
Can't you see what an insult she is? To me, to Simone, to any decent woman who has ever cared about you. What about Dixie? Dixie would just be spinning.
No, don't you dare. Don't, okay? Don't bring up Dixie. That's hitting below the belt. Don't pretend that you would know her mind.
All right. Would Dixie want you with Kristal Carey?
I have no idea. I don't know. But I do know that she valued honesty. And Dixie valued spirit. And let's face it, Liza, sweetheart, I'm sorry, but the last person in the entire world that Dixie would ever want me with is you. Please, for me, leave Kristal alone. She's not the reason that you and I aren't together.
Maybe she's the reason that JR's with Babe.
What's that supposed to mean?
What if she fixed the DNA tests? What if she orchestrated that Bianca's baby conveniently became Babe's? Would you toss everything away for Kristal Carey?
Oh, no, not a chance. Oh man, you need some serious help, Liza.
If you weren't afraid that Kristal did it, you would stand right here and you would discuss it with me.
There's nothing to discuss. Nothing, okay? I was there when my father ran the DNA test, okay? Kristal knew nothing about it. My father and I were the only two people involved.
She's good. I'll tell you that much. It takes someone good to fool you completely.
Stop it. Just stop it, okay? You are not gonna turn me against Kristal. Liza, you can't. And before you even think about airing those just insane allegations, you think about JR for a minute, okay? And about Babe, and about Bianca, and about the hell she's already been through. You claim you care about JR? Well, make no mistake, I was there. I saw the look on his face when he thought it was his baby that died.
If the baby is Bianca...
It's not! That baby belongs to JR and Babe, okay? It's absolutely impossible. And if those two kids get so much as a hint of this insanity, I will know exactly where it came from and why. And make no mistake, Liza, I will make you pay for it. I will make you pay for every single piece of misery that you cause.
Dad.
No! No! Just hear me, please. I really need you to understand this, okay? And if you keep it this, we won't be friends either. You will be nothing to me.
California?
Yes, that's what I've been telling you for the last 15 minutes. I might be there for the whole summer, and if I'm successful, I might be there longer.
Well, you will be.
Come with me.
To California?
Yes, to California. Come on, it would be such fun. Colby's almost out of school. She'll have time off. We can pack up our bags. We can have a summer adventure.
Well, that would be wonderful.
It would be a blast.
But I can't. I'm working on something big right now. And I can't walk away.